So many people struggle with fear of confrontation or not liking confrontation, which of course there's a big price to pay for that. So in this video, I would like to share with you what actually causes that, because so many people think this is a character flaw or a personality flaw, or that somehow they are fundamentally weak, or they're not just meant to converse like that and somehow have to continue walking around being a people pleaser. And that is not true. That is actually a very expensive way to live, because needless to say, you will literally not get your way and instead let everybody else do what they want, how they want it, and your own needs, desires, wants, even standards and boundaries never get addressed. And that is a bad idea. Bad idea for your self-confidence, bad idea for your goals, for your life, for your mission, bad idea for your health, and most importantly, bad idea for your life, particularly your adult life. But let's go back actually, because I think it's so important for you to understand before you run down the rabbit hole of shame and blame and guilt and resentment. This does not warrant shame and blame and guilt, okay? And by the way, even if you were to use shame and blame, how is that working for you? It's probably making things worse. It makes you feel so much worse about yourself. Even like, as you know, I should say something, I should stand my ground, I should speak up, I should confront these people, right? But then you don't. That's a problem. And even though you know that this is how you should be, something inside of you is resisting. Something inside of you is creating this fear. Something inside of you is like putting the brakes on, and boom, there's yet another day when the job didn't get done and you didn't get picked again and you weren't able to say what you needed to say, which for a lot, especially with professionals, and I see this a lot with my clients, this is costing you a lot of money. Like literally, you're leaving so much on the table, and I'm not yelling at you. So hold on. Let me back up, because I think it's important. Not enough, but important for you to understand why are you the way you are. You see, there is a cause. Your personality, the way you are, your fears didn't just fall from the sky, okay? This is not just literally, this is just how I am. No, I promise you, this is not just how you are. You have been conditioned and trained and brainwashed and hypnotized to become this way, okay? And by the way, when you were a kid, you know, you were supposed to be obedient. You were supposed to be the good child, you know what I mean? You were supposed to listen to the authority figures around you. You were supposed to just automatically stand in line. Well, let's think about this reasonably. That was probably the most intelligent thing you did when you were a kid, because you didn't have the power, you didn't have the resources, you didn't have the control, and you didn't even know better that maybe your own needs, desires, and wants might matter. No, nobody taught you that. And instead, for the most part, I'm not speaking on behalf of everybody, obviously, but for so many people who have fear of confrontation, guess what they learned from an early age? And this was literally drilled into you. It's not okay to say no. It's not okay to have boundaries. It's not even okay to have wishes and desires. You don't actually matter. All the other adults are so much more important. Their decisions matter. What they want matters. And obviously, this came in many shapes and forms. But the most important part about it, guess what? This became a subconscious program. Oh, and there's more. And God forbid, should you have tried to be the squeaky wheel or raise your hand or, retaliate against that, oh, God help you. Not a good idea. So therefore, what did you learn? It's not okay to say no. I don't matter. I'm not important. My needs don't matter. Yada, yada. Got it? Got it? I mean, this is like so simple. And that keeps going. This is not just in the foundation of your primal home with your parents and with your relatives. This just keeps going. Like every little level in your life, just add it to this. You go to school, guess what? Gotta stand in line, gotta be obedient. Eventually, we people learn how to be a sheeple. Remember, we don't do politically correct here? Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna start today because life isn't politically correct. And if we do not start to play by the rules, then we're gonna, again, not a good idea. So yeah, education, same thing, right? Then teenage years, same thing. It just kept now it's time to apply to college. Oh, once again, are you gonna qualify? Are you good enough, right? Then it's about getting a job. Once again, they're gonna measure you, poke and prod you. So many people then eventually grow up being afraid of confrontation. Can you blame yourself? Just literally, your subconscious learned that should you speak up, you're gonna get in trouble. That's the program. And unfortunately, as an adult, you can't afford this. Like I said, like if you want to be a responsible adult, this program doesn't work. Because there will be a lot of people who will take advantage of you, who will lie to you, who will cheat on you, who will do things behind your back because they know. They, like literally, we train people how to treat us, right? And if they learn that I'm afraid of confrontation, I'm just always the people pleaser, I'm the rescuer, I'm the one, I'm the martyr, then we can't blame people for taking advantage of us. We need to blame ourselves and be like, wait a minute, this is not working for me. Which obviously this is something I work with my clients deeply and profoundly because this is not useful. You cannot afford to tiptoe around life and thinking and believing that your needs don't matter, that your wants, that you have every right and every privilege to speak on behalf of yourself. And at the same time, please understand, this is not going to be easy at first because you don't have enough repetitions. You don't have enough practice at this. You did not get the opportunity to even get into positions where you might be able to practice this. So the first thing I will do with my clients when it comes to these issues is, number one, help them understand the root cause so that they can see, stop blaming and shaming yourself. This is not your fault. This is so important. And that in itself will cause relief. That in itself will cause this self-berating and self-judging, like you should be, no, stop, you should all over yourself, because that doesn't work. Remember, everything you are, that you like about yourself or don't like, is a program that's running the show. Until you make conscious what's in your unconscious, it will control your life. That means most of we as human beings, what we actually are deeply ingrained habits that were formed before the age of 7. Yeah, exactly. There's more. As if that wasn't enough. Yep, before the age of 7. And that's when you learned confrontation, bad idea. That was fantastic while you were a child, right? Because it allowed you to get the approval and the praise and the stuff, whatever. But as an adult, you cannot afford that. Certainly not when you're a business owner, if you're a professional, if the stakes are high, if you're in a relationship with another human being, like fear of confrontation, no go. Then that's not even a relationship anymore. That's a flaky, phony, we're just living next to each other. Like, that's BS. You cannot have a relationship with another human being without the depth and the intimacy and the real connection, the vulnerability. Like, please don't call that a relationship. It's just not. It's a joke in my book anyhow, but that's just me with my standards. Forget relationships though, right? Especially in business. If I'm afraid to get on a cold call, on a sales call, if I'm afraid of objection handling, that's a big problem. Because, yeah, you might have the skill, you might know the words, you might have the script, you might know exactly, cool, that's a good start. But if inside of you, the program is like, you can't do that, no, don't, because that person's gonna, Do you see? Those are the subconscious blocks that so many people don't realize. That's what's driving the bus. No, you're not in control. Your subconscious programs are in control of you. And that's why this seems so difficult to solve. So again, step number one, I want to help the person understand what is the root cause of this, what happened to you, where is the memory, when was the identity formed, the identity of, oh, I shouldn't speak up for myself. No, that was the kid identity, right? And then we help you reframe, gain a much larger perspective, and the best part, you also get to discover the resources you have inside, the resources, the capabilities, the answers, the solutions to help you incrementally next time you get the opportunity to get into a confrontation or a fight. You will actually run toward it instead of running away from it. You will actually look forward because you finally have a much stronger sense of self-worth and self-confidence. And what I want to say, like it's almost like you finally have given yourself permission. It sounds weird, but really, like no, you do matter. Your needs matter. Your answers matter. Your negotiation skills matter. You deserve to take a stand on behalf of your goals, your plans, your mission, your agenda. And every single human being, please understand, every human being out there has an agenda, or at least they should. So we can't blame people for having an agenda. I mean, if you're an adult and you don't yet know what your purpose, mission, what your agenda is, then there's work to be done on the back end. But, right, most people hopefully know what that is. And they have every right to protect that and to defend that and to speak on behalf of that, as do you. And only once each party gives themselves permission, hey, can we have an intelligent conversation here? Can we show up with power, strength, and control and actually have an intelligent conversation here? And only if and when you show up with conviction in yourself and clarity and confidence, knowing what it is you want, and you feel good, that's when I would then recommend for you to finally get into that confrontation, negotiation, sales call, whatever it is. Because now, right, the bigger frame absorbs the smaller frame. At least you can hold your frame. At least you can show up with power and strength and certainty inside of you. And that's required, especially in the business world. We humans are exquisitely sensitive creatures. We sniff out weakness. We sniff out insecurity. It's written all over us. We can't hide it. So this whole fake it till you make it is such BS. I hate it. I can't stand when my clients say to me, oh, my former coach told me fake it till you make it. That's irresponsible, dangerous advice. That person clearly didn't know how to help you. So they just pushed you out. That's like taking a little soldier, not giving them ammunition, not giving them any training, not giving them any resources. Oh, go out there, fake it till you make it. That's just, no, that's not how we work here. We give you the resources so that when it is that go time, showtime moment, you feel ready. You're like, no problem. Give it to me. Everybody get out of my way. Confrontation? Yeah, sign me up. I'll be the first one in line. Let's do this. You want to show up with, like, you own the room. And by the way, every single human being has the ability to do this. And this is not a performance. Again, this is not a fake it. This is a real life experience, the way you deserve to live your life. Every bone, every muscle, every cell, every ounce of you will be in alignment with this message. And that's what I want for you. I don't care how old you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care about the drama, the trauma. Every human being has the capacity and the capability to become this person. And when you are in the driver's seat with these resources, this is actually the real you, by the way. Remember, programming, not real you. This is the real you. But yeah, to find the real you, we got to get rid of whatever is buried on top of it. And that's my job as an executive performance coach, hypnotherapist, whatever people like to call me, sorceress, I'll take it all, right? What's more important is the capacity you have. Your subconscious is so powerful, and most people don't know. It's not that we're in control, it's our subconscious that's in control. And until we're ready and willing to pull out the viruses in the weeds, it will continue controlling us. And this is one of the most important things I could ever teach my clients. You are so much more than all of the crap. Sorry, that might be in your past. I promise you, you're so much more. And this can go two ways. For the people that are not willing to do the work, I can't help you. But the people that are hungry, that are like, man, like I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I am sick and tired of leaving money on the table. Boom, this is going to work for you. Like slam dunk, solid, guaranteed. I'll see you next time.